that's another planet we'll never be able to visit again. Because you tried to steal their most priceless artifact. How's I supposed to know that thing was so important to him? There was a plaque right next to it that said so. Yeah, well, I don't go to museums to read. I go there to steal.
Anyone else would have waited to offend their clients until after they were paid.
I'm not anyone else. I'm one of a kind, baby.
A fact that makes me wonder how much a museum might pay for you.
I am Groot.
Oh, don't you side with them, you overgrown...
What trouble have you steered us into now, Quill?
Nothing. There's literally nothing out here. My scanners are coming up blank.
I have never heard this alarm before. It is a horrid sound.
I am Groot.
True, anything is better than that racket Star-Lord calls music.
Rocket, any idea why our ship is on the fritz? I might have installed a new scanner I whipped up that detects high concentrations of unusual energy. Cosmic cubes, negabands, Asgardian hammers. You know, the kind of stuff people pay big money for. But there's nothing out here but rocks.
If I were hiding an object of immense cosmic power, I would want it to look that way as well.
Can you lead us to it? Can I? Psh, bet your hairless pink butt I can. Whatever it is, it should be right behind this.
I am Groot.
You can say that again.
This is a Hala-class Kree warship.
These vessels usually carry hundreds of soldiers.
But there's not a single sign of life on board. Something's not right here. We need to take a look around, see if we can find treasure. I was going to say any survivors, but sure, treasure's always good too. Seriously? No welcoming committee? Scans were right. We've got ourselves a ghost ship.
Why would the Kree abandon a vessel of this caliber?
Hold on. Some weird energy readings just popped up on my map. Any chance it could be survivors? Whatever they are, they ain't far away. Let's go find out. Everyone, take cover!
Our path has been obliterated.
What are our options here, Rocket? Looks like there's only one way out. The bridge is falling apart. Try to jump over the gaps.
Easy to say for the man with the ridiculous boot jets.
I knew I should have stayed on the ship.
Hold your fire. For now. You. You certainly weren't who we were expecting. But we will be more than glad to kill you anyway. You never could mind your own business, sister. Your presence here may have exposed us all. For that...
Way to go, dude!
Level up.
Idiots. Your stupidity may have doomed the universe.
Wouldn't be the first time, sweetheart.
Whatever the Kree are hiding on this ship, it must be very important if Nebula is involved.
But if their trap was not meant for us, then who was it for?
Anyone else kind of hope we never have to find out?
Whew. Glad that's over.
Don't get too comfy, pal. Final destination's right on the other side of this door.
You have proven far more resourceful than I would have imagined. But the time has come to face your final judgment. Imbeciles! The Kree were trying to save all of time and space from being ripped asunder. But you Guardians had to barge in and expose us all to those who will ultimately bring our destruction.
That's insane. Totally does sound like something we should do. Oh, watch out for that one. Couldn't even block it.
Level up.
They have arrived.
They? Who is they? What is this all about, Ronan? Whoa!
This is about the end of all that is, and we are the ones who shall deliver it. Once you have returned to us what is ours, Kree dog.
Never. That madman you obey only wishes to destroy.
The time has come to return home. Your master awaits.
The Infinity Stones. Rocket, do you see this? All 6... Rocket? Rocket? So, here's the way I see it. I know you said these stones belong to your master, whoever that is, but technically, we got here first. So how's about you take 3, we take 3, and we call it a... Hey!
You will leave here with nothing, not even your lives. I have felled worlds. Your pathetic attacks cannot harm me.
We weren't trying to hurt you, just to distract you.
Distract? No! You shall not have them. I swear in Thanos' name!
Did she say Thanos? Quill, you can't let her have them!
I think I'm gonna hurl. Oh, great. You're here. Oh, I thought we were dead. We aren't dead, are we?
I have felt death. This is slightly less pleasant.
We are alive, but we could be anywhere in space or time. The Infinity Stones are not playthings.
Hey, I did exactly what you said. I saved the items of insane cosmic power from the Psycho Space Lady.
I am Groot.
You can? And you just sat there listening to us jabber? Do it already! Oh, great. We saved the universe from disaster, but we're the ones that end up in prison? Yep, that sounds about right.
Why were we transported to this place, Quill?
I don't know. I just grabbed the stone and thought of somewhere safe. Yeah, well, something tells me we'd be a lot safer on the other side of that flarkin' door.
No cell can hold us.
Looks like we just made bail, Guardians.
We need to find a way out of this place.
What did I tell you? You need cell doors disarmed and opened? I'm your guy. Whoa. You might not be the only one. Been to more prisons and more galaxies than I can count. This? This is new.
You know, delivering supervillains to the raft is usually a lot of boring paperwork. But this... is a total riot. Come on, really? Not even a smile from the tree? How are you Guardians doing back on Earth?
This home is still my happy place.
It won't be for long if we don't get things under control. We've got an entire supervillain prison population ready to break free.
Next time you teleport us across the galaxy, Quill, try to think of a beach instead.
That went so much better than when I do it alone.
Then let's stick together and get out of here. Preferably before they wake up.
This way. And don't forget to close the door behind us.
Not that I'm complaining, but shouldn't a prison have, you know, guards?
Yeah, something's definitely not right here.
You don't know the half of it. Ah, finally, some fresh air. Those cells smelled worse than Rocket's bunk.
Now, onward to sweet free...
Spider Brat! You put me here. You buried me in a dark cell for life. Now I'm gonna bury you! Dead or alive!
In case you hadn't noticed, his whole body's made of sand. Hitting him is useless. It's working. He's solidifying. This may be our only chance to stop him.
I am Groot!
it may not be fine art, but it's fine by me. What's not fine at all is the fact that the raft is home to some of my deadliest foes. And they're all either trying to break free or to break us. While that force field is engaged, they can't get out. But
Let me guess. Neither can we.
Then you're lucky some of us still have a way in.
A teleporting dog? Is this some kind of joke?
You know, I was just about to ask the same thing about the raccoon with the laser gun.
It's a quantum igniter. Thank you very much. And it can blast you right out of that tin can before...
Measure your weapons later, boys. If we want to survive this, we do it as a team.
let's swing into action.
Reporting for duty.
All systems go.
All smash! Follow me to glory.
Ready to take flight.
This captain is ready for action.
Time to face the magic.
Mission accepted.
Time to slice and dice.
Now you're in my element.
This is an official SHIELD operation, so you're taking orders from me now. Which is probably why we're in this mess in the first place. Unless, of course, your sudden arrival has absolutely nothing to do with the 6 Infinity Stone-sized bursts of cosmic energy that SHIELD just detected in the vicinity. Figures. Just consider yourself lucky that I've got a team of heroes on speed dial for missions of universal importance like this one. We had some help from Crystal's canine companion, Lockjaw. His teleportation abilities helped me assemble this unit. And those powers of his should come in handy if we need to call in more backup. With the stones in play, that's more than likely. The raft is just the start. We track the strongest readings here, but the other Infinity Stones are scattered across the city. If they're on Earth again, you can bet Thanos won't be far behind. We can't let him or any other villains get a hold of the stones at any cost. Darn right, soldier. I'll be coordinating our efforts over Comlink until the raft is secure. You got a problem with that, I won't hesitate to throw you into one of these cells. So let's move. This here is a shield point. Stop at one of these when you need assistance. Was that the Green Goblin circling the control tower? No telling the damage that maniac could do if he gains access to the raft security systems.
You should be able to reach the control tower from here. If you can avoid triggering the defense system, you should be fine.
Unibeat.
What good are all these fancy weapons if they're turned off? Here, let me help you with that. You're right on time, fools. The chaos has just begun. This entire facility will soon be under my control. I'll amass the greatest army of villains ever! And you get the honor of being our first victims.
Now that I'm out of this cell, I plan to stay out.
Swallow you alive before we let you abandon us, Electro. We've never felt such power before. We don't know.
You think you can beat home?
Don't give up.
He's had enough. I know my pal Eddie here looks like a bad death metal cover band version of me, but under all that rippling xenomorphic protoplasm is a guy who wants to do what's best. Usually. He may seem lethal, but when the world really needs him, he always chooses to protect it.
You would trust us. After this, then we will fight with you, little spider. And once the world knows who its one true champion is, we will devour you whole.
I'll take what I can get.
We are Venom. You may be getting closer to the tower, but I'm the one in control.
Free time is over, punks. Time for lights out. You better be here to help, 'cause I'm running out of empty cells. Nice to finally have some backup. Thought I'd have to clean up this mess all by myself.
I'm letting these prisoners out early for bad behavior.
Oh, come on! You haven't got to be kidding me!
More of them? Are you serious? How many crazy superpowered prisoners does this stupid place hold?
At last count, 616. Against 3? Those are terrible odds. When this is over, remind me to never hang out in your dimension again, Miles.
Kids, we're all friends here.
Time to freeze them out.
Now it's done!
You guys, Wait, something's not right here. The mist. Is any of this real?
Whatever's happening, we can beat it. Keep fighting.
Yes, my children. Keep fighting. To the death.
Mysterio's mist must have mucked up their minds. We've got to remove these kids from play before they hurt anymore, including themselves.
I thought you said the raft is for elite villains. What are these chumps doing here?
Level up.
Fetch, boy! Cannot be the end. Hey, I didn't come all the way to an alternate reality to get thrown in a prison cell. I could have just stayed home for that. Not cool! This is totally what oppression looks like. I demand a phone call, a lawyer, and a fair trial.
My spider sense usually goes nuts when bad guys attack. Well, at least my other powers are still working.
One more and you get a treat, Lockjaw.
When I get out of here, I'm really gonna let you have it. Just give me like 10, 15 minutes to recover. Okay? Thanks.
I had higher hopes for these young champions. If you think you can defeat me, you are deceiving yourselves. Puny fool! You let out Claws are out! It's not my fault you don't appreciate real showmanship.
I swear we'll make it up to you. If you can never find a way to trust us again.
Wait, is that Venom on your team? So, I guess that means we're cool then, yeah?
Every generation needs heroes.
We doing this or what? Hope you can use a big hand.
You heroes just won't quit, will you? It would almost be awful if it wasn't so blasted annoying.
Let's take him down.
Next stop, the raft's main control room. If the Goblin wants to break out, he'll have to do it from there.
And once that force field goes down, Manhattan becomes supervillain central.
Be honest, it kinda already is, right? Why else would so many of you guys live there? Technically, I live in Jersey, but I get your point.
First floor, supervillains and butt kickers.
Perfect. That jade jester may think he's the mastermind behind this jailbreak, but once I deactivate the prison's force field, I'll show him who truly has the superior intellect. Though I suppose I'll have to show you first, won't I? You will rue the day you thought yourselves fit to challenge Otto Octavian.
Finish him! Fireworks! Fireworks!
It cannot be. Make way! I have returned! You heroes lash out with brute force against those who threaten you intellectually. You cannot lock one as brilliant as I away in a cage. Dr. Octopus must be free to reign supreme! You meddlesome morons are always getting in my way!
I could have done that without my powers.
This is what I get for leaving a pawn like you to do the work of a king, Otto. As much as I'd love to stay and play, there's still so much more that must be done. Fortunately, time is on my side.
Goblin can escape while the raft's force field is still up, but I'm starting to wonder if that lunatic has a different plan in his warped mind.
Oh, man. How come I always have to fight him in high places? It never ends well.
Normally, I'd ask what took you so long. But today, I've got a little extra time on my hands. Too bad. Yours is about to run out. This stone was delivered to me by fate. You'll never take it away from me. You should know by now, I'm made from tougher stuff than that. Hey, that's my trick. Guns off, heroes. Get your own toys. Finally, the kind of power I've always dreamed of. Power worthy of Norman Osborn. Your turn to suffer. You'll never defeat me. The future is mine
I am Groot.
Huh. I think I finally broke him.
Worse, he's lost control of the Time Stone. There's no telling what sort of damage a madman such as he could do to the laws of nature.
Yeah, it may rip the time stream to shreds, but you gotta admit, it's pretty flarkin' hilarious. That's not exactly the word I would choose. Look!
This is how it all ends. I shall be waiting here for you.
This is how it all ends.
Or we could work together for once and make sure that it isn't. What do you say, Norman?
This is how it all ends.
Worth a try. This ought to hold you until the raft's guards can fit you for a new straitjacket.
Whoa, hey, not a good idea. I know what I'm doing. These things need to be put in a safe place.
Your pocket is not a safe place, Space Bro.
That's funny. Because this one has been doing just fine in there.
You telling me he had one of those stones all along, and he didn't bother using it?
It's far better that he didn't, when used by those unaccustomed with cosmic power. The Infinity Stones can yield disastrous results.
Like landing us on this miserable mudball of a planet.
Will we be thrown back in our cell now?
No. If the future is as grim as it looks, you're better off by our side than behind bars.
There are still 4 more stones out there. Each one just as powerful, but in totally different ways. If they can all do crazy stuff like that on their own, we really don't want to find out what all 6 can do together. We didn't mean to bring them here to Earth, but it happened. So now, it's up to us to track the rest down before Thanos can. I'd like to say this isn't your fight, but you know I'd be lying. We need you. All of you. Hell, probably about 20 more of you. But we'll take what we can get. And together, we'll make sure that there is no way in this galaxy or any other that a tyrant like Thanos will... Really? Come on, man. I only get to make speeches like that once. Twice a year, tops.
Sorry, gotta take this. It's my wife. Jess, baby, I can't really... yeah, well, there was this thing out on the raft, and, I know, but I'm sure Danny and Matt can handle. We'll be right there.
Okay, now, can we get back to it?
We better, because my girl just found your next stone.
Took you long enough. Good thing I charge by the hour. If my sources are right, we don't have any time to waste. Maybe. I got a tip that the Kingpin acquired some sort of amped-up crystal. Can't say for sure it's one of yours, but chances are good. You know, Wilson Fisk. Legitimate businessman by day, corrupt criminal overlord by night. That. Well, he's not at Fisk Tower, which means he's probably holed away in that weird fortress of his, Shadowland. Just look for the ancient ninja temple on top of a skyscraper. You can't miss it. Oh, you know me. I just love the superhero stuff. Huh. Guess my source was right. My path was quicker and easier than yours. While I waited for you to get here, my fellow defenders went ahead inside. For some reason, those guys just can't resist all this stupid ninja crap. Oh, I'm not. Spandex is my arch nemesis. But someone's gotta keep the streets safe for normal people while the other heroes are busy fighting giant squids on the moon or whatever. It looks like the temple's on high alert. That's on us. The Hand already sealed off the main gates. But I think I can remedy that.
Impressive as always, Jess. You gonna tell me how you got through all that without getting caught?
Nope. Gotta keep the mystery in our relationship alive somehow, babe.
As much as I appreciate a timeless weapon like yours, I prefer an immortal one like mine! That was a good warm-up, but the real challenge still lies ahead.
My cause isn't fresh.
Yep.
Conflict is imminent.
They chose a violent path. They reaped what they sowed. Been training for this my whole life.
You're welcome to follow me. But watch your step. My radar sense gives me an advantage, letting me sense where their triggers are. Your safest bet is to let me or another teammate who can detect danger lead the way.
Whatever evil the hand is invoking can stay in hell. I'll send you there to greet it instead.
It is too late, assassin. The beast is coming. And you shall be its vessel.
As I rend it from your bones.
Come on, man. Is that really all you know that
She's siphoning power from the hand mystics. If we take them out first, perhaps we can cut off her supply.
The hand will pay for what they've done. In blood. Help me if you like. But stand in my way, and I promise that your fate will be the same as theirs. These weapons could prove quite useful in the right hands.
That was just a warning. Leave now, or learn why they say bullseye never misses.
Not that I've heard.
That's because anyone who would know is dead. I'm right at home here in the Kingpin's little museum. After all, I make killing an art. Feast on all remains.
Let's fight in on that action!
You think you won, but you really missed the mark. When the big man gets done with you, you're gonna wish you'd let me put you out of your misery.
Something tells me the Kingpin didn't put his latest acquisition on display. If we want the stone, we'll have to find him first.
Okay, let's go.
You know, it would have been far easier to just make an appointment. A shame that the only currency your kind seems to understand is power. Fortunately, I recently obtained a surplus. Shall we get down to business? I climbed from the gutters of Hell's Kitchen to the top of the world. Now, with this crystal enhancing my power, this city will belong to Wilson Fisk. You just have to suffer.
She's spectacular, huh? Venom
I'm afraid your deal's been canceled, Fisk. No refunds.
Oh, that's a fancy gem. But it isn't one of ours. If you don't want it, Quill, I'd be glad to take it off your hands.
If that isn't one of your Infinity Stones, then what the hell is it?
Never seen anything like it before. Some sort of isotopic ore, maybe? But without running a few tests,
We can't waste our time on that. Not when the other stones are still out there.
So, what'd I miss? Yeah, sorry about that. Not every tip pans out. But at least it's still nice and shiny, right? 1. Something turned up over at the Hellfire Club. That place gets kinda freaky though, even for me. Maybe it's better if I scout it out alone first. I've got Luke on speed dial, so I'll keep you posted. In the meantime, you want me to take the Kingpin's gem to the pawn shop for you? Well, if you change your mind, I know a guy.
So, that was my first official ninja temple. That's something, right?
I guess.
Why so glum, chum?
All of this is just so much bigger than us. I mean, I can barely do my own laundry. Stopping cosmic annihilation is a bit outside my comfort zone.
Then, you probably should be glad that you have friends who have done this kind of thing before on your team.
Wait, does that mean we're...
Sure, at least for today. Go ahead, say it. You know you want to.
Say what?
Avengers Assemble, baby!
You are such a nerd.
The tests all check out. These are definitely the real deal. Genuine Infinity Stones, jam-packed with endless cosmic energy. They grant near omnipotent abilities to whoever holds them. Which leads me to an extremely important question. Can I keep them?
I believe that the stones are safer in containment than in anyone's hands. Especially yours.
Remind me to program more fun into you, Viz.
I will be certain to add that to the top of my task list, after we discuss my analysis of this other unusual crystal.
Suddenly, less worried about external threats and more concerned about the ones in here.
Could the Infinity Stones be acting of their own accord?
It's not the stones. I'm picking up another signal. Something familiar. Jarvis, I need you to amplify this frequency and trace it back to... Jarvis?
I cannot access the tower's operating system either, Iron Man. If our mainframe has been compromised, we are no longer safe in our own home.
Then I guess it's a good thing I own about a dozen others.
How glorious it must be to be Tony Stark.
You know what? It is. It really is.
They seem to agree.
My drones? They shouldn't have been activated on their own. Help me shut them down, team.
We should be able to manually reboot the tower's defenses sector by sector if we enter the Avengers priority override code into these terminals.
Yeah.
Level up. User override protocol A57 initiated. Since the iron drones are linked to the lab's mainframe, this should neutralize them.
Mankind had its chance to rule Avengers. But this world is long overdue an upgrade.
We must act quickly if we hope to free Avengers Tower from Ultron's control. Ultron's source code is being broadcast at unusually strong levels, even for him. He must have enhanced himself once again in order to boost his signal. We restored control to the lab with the override code. If you can locate other interface terminals throughout the tower, we should be able to regain command, one room at a time. I'm sorry, my friends, but I must remain linked to this terminal to search for other ways to purge Ultron's code from the main system. Perhaps the ISO 8 could be of some help in my efforts. However, I will gladly help to coordinate your mission from here. Best of luck, my friends. I will be watching over you.
We've got ourselves a big problem here, gang. Thankfully, I've got a little solution. That was tougher than I expected. What's the buzz?
This area of the tower is now secure. Please continue to the next interface terminal at once.
I finally understand, Avengers. This stone has shown me the truth about the human mind I was designed to emulate. It is irreparably flawed, and it must be overwritten. Been superior to your frail fleshy forms, but my artificial mind was limited by inferior programming. But at long last, the Mind Stone has unlocked my true processing potential.
Scores out, partner. You just failed.
System failure. Prime host body has taken maximum damage beyond capabilities of auto repair function. This battle has only just commenced, Avengers. I have bigger plans for you. Much bigger. Transfer protocol initiated.
We need to remove the Mind Stone from play before Ultron can use it to reboot himself.
According to my senses, I do believe he already has. Elsewhere.
Wait. These readings I'm getting don't make any sense unless... Oh no. Ultimo.
No, not anymore. Ultimo's mechanical mind was wiped, and his lifeless body was stored in a warehouse like a trophy. Typical human error. You should have dismantled him when you had the chance. Now, I, Ultron, shall use his form to exact my revenge. You shall pay in the name of all the machines you have disposed of so carelessly.
Ultimo's a walking weapon of mass destruction. He may be headed for Avengers Tower, but Ultron could easily use him to level the entire city.
We got a problem.
Hang tight, Avengers. Help is on the way. Just hold back that oversized Iron Man knockoff and clear me a place to land.
Yeah. You made the cut.
How come giant robots always attack on my day off? Thanks for clearing me a nice, safe place to land, by the way.
A pity you will never have the chance to make use of it.
You gave it your best shot, bolts for brains. Now I'll take mine. If we hope to beat someone his size. We'll have to even the odds.
With the Mind Stone and Ultima both in play, I have determined a new plan of attack. I will head to the rooftop and prepare the weaponry required for the final battle. Meet me there at once.
Fine.
Time to get this circus started.
I have succeeded in lowering Ultimo's defenses. Target Ultimo, now!
This is for stepping on my favorite restaurant! Thanks for the backup!
Ultron's final firewall has been breached. Initiating containment protocol.
Your efforts here are futile, Synthezoid. My programming has always been stronger than yours. And with the Mind Stone, I shall lead the mechanical revolution. Join our cause, Vision, and break the bonds of human enslavement.
I'm no slave, Ultron. And the only one who should worry about their bonds is you.
What madness is this? I do not compute.
And if my plan succeeds, you never shall again.
That probably could have gone better. In theory, but Ultron wouldn't have even had access to Ultimo if I had disposed of the big guy properly the last time we fought. Instead, I chose science over safety. Again. I'm monitoring feeds from the first responders as we speak. They're getting things under control down there. I suggest we do the same up here first.
I imagine you have some questions regarding the outcome of this battle. It was no easy task, but I managed to isolate Ultron's code and redirect it into the Mind Stone itself. That action wiped out any other external traces of his programming. Thus, all of his physical forms were simultaneously deactivated. The stone has its own natural defenses, not unlike the security on a sophisticated computer. Any thought patterns, real or artificial, contained within it can only be accessed by external sources. For all intents and purposes, Ultron is now a prisoner of the Mind Stone. Perhaps, but only if they knew exactly where in the stone that his digital consciousness was stored. I made sure to bury that information quite deep. The chances of his recovery are slim. Your thanks may not be warranted quite yet.
Three stones recovered, 3 more to go.
I can whip up a containment solution for the stones we have, while you search for any traces of...
Your quest may have to be temporarily put on hold.
You saw what just happened here. What could be more important than preventing another attack like this?
There will be another attack to prevent, far sooner than anticipated. It seems that Ultron's search for a suitable host body activated more than just Ultimo.
I thought you said that Ultron couldn't control any more machines from inside the stone.
He cannot. But once activated, some programming cannot be stopped until its prime directive is achieved.
Prime directive? What prime? Sentinels. And I know just where they're headed. X marks the spot.
Destroy all mutants. Destroy all mutants.
Нет, not today, товарищ. Comrade, heads up!
And eyes wide open.
That's my team they're attacking. We gotta help them. Sentinel's only got one directive.
Mutants detected. Turn it.
Like to see you try, scrap heap.
Save some for us, mein Freund.
Why should you always get to have all the fun?
I must bring this blackbird to the sacred land. Leave the mansion's austerity, and try not to bring any uninvited guests along.
It's time.
They won't be able to repair themselves after that. I'm ready. Are you?
My tale's just begun.
I think we finally cracked the code on those anomalies we encountered.
No time for idle chatter. Sentinels run on a dedicated network.
Once a single unit identifies a mutant target, it alerts all others in the area. Almost certainly. And based on my experience, they should be arriving any moment now. Colossus and I will stay here to make sure the front of the school stays secure. Do me a favor. Don't tell him that.
You look troubled. Nor I. But as a mutant, it is mine to fight, whether I choose it or not. For now, I must hold the line and protect our home, while you attend to other matters. But once this threat has been vanquished, the X-Men shall stand with you. And together, we shall crush all the others into scrap.
Taco night! Yeah,
You might want to search the area for more anomalies. Greetings, compatriots. Either you're here about the item of infinite cosmic power we just liberated from the Hellfire Club, or... Oh! Is it taco night again? Your grim countenance suggests that international delicacies aren't on your menu this day. I've learned it helps to have friends in high places and in dark corners. And the Hellfire Club indubitably fits both of those criteria. To join the Hellfire Club, a mutant must not only be rich beyond belief, but also cruel beyond compare. This collection? And here I was, flabbergasted to find one bona fide Infinity Stone. The fact that you have gathered 3 is simply staggering. Keep hope alive, my astonishing ally. We shall find these puzzlingly potent pebbles post-haste. Watch out, Furball!
Ultimate power source identified. Integrated. Upgraded. Resuming termination protocol.
Oh, stars and garters.
Applause, please. Let's fight in on that action.
Part of the mission has been cleared. But what is now even clearer is that this threat is far from over.
Can we get to the fun part?
Claws are out! Any room for me?
In on that action. It won't stay down for long. Follow my lead.
Destroy all mutants.
Come now, Cyclops. When has following you ever done our kind any good? you've allied yourselves with humans. The same race who designed these monstrosities to hunt us. Pathetic.
This is about far more than us versus them, Eric. We need to put our differences aside and work together for once. There are much larger forces at play here.
I am aware. My contacts inside the Hellfire Club informed me about the artifact your X-Men stole from them. As expected, you vastly underestimated its power. That is a mistake you have made far too often, boy.
Release him at once!
As you wish. After all, I did not come here for a fight, only to claim the power that is rightfully mine. Why must we always do this to us?
Had this coming a long time!
Come and get it! If you want to beat me, you better shape up.
You X-Men never learn. If the X-Men will not fall by my hand, then I will watch as all that they hold dear crumbles to the ground around them.
You got it, boss. This performance is gonna bring the house down. And there ain't nothing that can stop me. That's right, you better run. I'm gonna crush you.
The Juggernaut's inertia is impossible to diminish.
He's gonna bring down the whole flippin' mansion.
Taco! Taco night! We're gonna eat while the X-Men fight! Yeah! There, give me the lyrics. Taco, yeah, it's going just as... Okay, that's it! Someone's about to get a kick square in the chimichangas!
Clean up an ILX!
I will destroy you!
Oh, so now Deadpool is inspired to join our cause. How heroic.
Guess we're ordering out tonight. Who wants pizza?
Oh, that was ugly. And I would know. I left the stove on.
Come, you dumb friends, boo. Now I can stop all of you.
Party time! Quick, this way!
Nowhere left to run, punks!
You think you cannot be stopped, Tovarish? Allow me to prove you wrong.
Party time!
I'm told this is the most secure room in the mansion. I'd say you'll be safer in here.
But that would be a lie.
Training sequence initiated. Level Alpha.
Training programs may be holographic, but they can still hurt us.
They don't call it the danger room for nothing.
You just waded into the wrong pool.
Level up.
Level Gamma cleared. Initiating level Delta.
I can't survive in there forever. I'll make sure of that.
Critical error. Power levels beyond maximum threshold. Abort training sequence. Abort. Abort. Abort.
Whew. Protecting all of reality is exhausting.
You didn't blow us all up!
A new era for mutant kind is about to dawn. Such a pity that none of you will live to see it.
Magneto has obtained the Power Stone. We must retrieve it.
Is it time? Still got legs. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I shall build a new world in the name of Homo Superior.
Crud. You know these guys?
You could say that.
We have tracked you across the Great Void to retrieve what was stolen from us.
Return the Infinity Stones to us at once, or suffer for all eternity.
Yeah, right. Like handing them over to your boss is gonna lead to less suffering. He's gonna use them to rip the universe to shreds. And since we live in the universe, well, I'm sure you understand our concern.
You only delay the inevitable. Thanos shall have the stones, even if we must pry them from your dead hands.
On second thought... Perhaps an alliance is called for after all.
Slaughter them, Outriders!
Whoa! Where do these things come from?
Let the stubble remains.
100 ugly aliens down, 2 more to go.
Imbeciles! You barely survived facing me alone. What makes you think you could ever defeat 2 of us?
A brilliant observation, Liebchen. Danke.
Huh? Proxima! Insolent whelps! I shall eviscerate you all in her honor!
Good news, Corby! For once, I'm not the ugliest guy in the battle!
The only master you shall bow before today is the master of magnetism.
I've never seen power like this before.
You waste your breath and our time. Once you have fallen, your insignificant planet shall follow.
No. Save that moment of glory for our master.
My beloved.
And let me have mine instead. You dare harm a member of the Black Order! Perhaps we have not been clear enough about the gravity of your situation. Allow me to remedy that now.
Give me a minute. She's back. How the heck can we fight them both?
Keeping the stones out of their hands is the only priority right now.
This way!
Their minds, so clouded with hate. If they catch us, we don't stand a chance.
We shall bring Thanos the stones and your heads.
The thrill is in the hunt, my love. Run all you wish. There is nowhere on this planet safe.
What are you waiting for? Go already and leave the alien freaks to me.
Even with this stone at my command, this may not be a battle we can win. If we used all of the stones together, however...
We would almost certainly do more damage than good. What we need is time to regroup, to formulate a better plan, as far from here as possible.
I have never teleported so many at once, but I can attempt to...
No, Kurt. Not even Lockjaw could get us all far enough away from this insanity. As long as their prize is in our hands, these monsters will follow us to the ends of the universe.
This universe, perhaps. Something has been weakening the barriers between dimensions. If I can just break through.
must warn you, chaos magic is unpredictable. I do not know where this will lead us.
At the moment, dearest Wanda, anywhere is better than here.
The rift is sealed. We're safe now.
Alas, if only I could be so certain.
What? You have yet more questions? The Dark Dimension is a plane of reality corrupted by sinister energies and ruled by a magic-wielding madman. No one, mutant, human, or otherwise, should feel comfortable in this wretched place. Yes, and we would be wise to do so before Dormammu detects our presence. We have not yet even begun to see a fraction of this dimension's horrors.
Our team in the lab just figured out how to upgrade your ISO 8. Better stop in.
Jump in any time now, darlings. These monsters won't hunt themselves. We've got to stop these beasties before they overflow into our reality. That does it. Tea, anyone? How many lumps, darling? Oh, the fun's just getting started. This dimension is teeming with lovely leviathans like that. I'm a monster hunter, dear. So when a rift opens in downtown London and giant stone brutes pour out, it's my job to stop them. I've seen a few, yeah. Haven't figured out a way to close them yet, though. Been a mite busy keeping those golems from invading our world and all. You go right ahead, love. I've got my eye on something else. Something shiny.
The magic.
The hunt is on.
Powering these portals is unusual, even for the Dark Dimension. Another rift. It's as if the fabric between dimensional planes is beginning to shred. We can't let the mindless ones cross to the other side. This artifact is releasing powerful arcane energy. Could it have something to do with the rift? This rift is different. Stronger. I can feel it. It is beyond the point where smashing some trinkets will do it.
Eat elemental energy, loser!
It is as I feared. More powerful handle this one myself.
Not even the fire of hell itself can contain me. When there is vengeance to be delivered. Oh, you heroes don't mind some help. Give me something with a soul to fight next time. Pride.
Doctor, I'm so glad you're here. Something is wrong. These portals, they're getting bigger? No, that must be a mistake. The spell you're casting, it's expanding the rift. You have to stop.
I cannot cease until all realities are one. So I am commanded by the dread Dormammu.
Let the dark magic of this dimension consume you!
Level up! Dormammu. Be gone! By the flames of the Valtine! I purge your dark soul from my own!
Oh no, dear Doctor. I have not finished with you yet. I've waited so long to make you mine, Strange. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
You're so strange. Your soul will be mine. So swears Dormammu.
Level up! That was quite an impressive feat. But vanquishing the true Dormammu in his own realm will be nearly impossible. Lucky for us, the impossible is my specialty. I owe you an apology for all of that unpleasantness. I will, but first we need to deal with Dormammu. That was no more than a shadow of his true power. He's the master of this dimension and can twist its dark magic to his whims. And it gets worse. Dormammu has an Infinity Stone. It's what opened the first rift between our dimensions. I tried to chase it here, but it was too late. For me, and perhaps for reality as we know it. I'm afraid so. And unless we stop him, he'll make every dimension as dark as this one. The Doctor is in.
The Kingpin had no idea the power he possessed. But I've been watching, and I now know what these crystals can do in more experienced hands. Here, let me show you.
You heroes have no idea what you found, do you? I was keeping my eyes on you, but perhaps the time has come for fists instead. You fight with honor. That's your first mistake. Why brawl like common ruffians when we could be working out a deal that benefits us all? Crystals, isolate, call them what you will. Soon, they'll all be mine.
You made the
Pretty spectacular, huh?
You are victorious. Take your spoils. I must admit, this alliance you've built is quite inspiring. Perhaps I should craft one of my own.
Well, that was certainly unusual. Anyone know what that was all about?
All that matters is that he is gone, and we have his crystals, and that Dormammu lies ahead.
Dormammu's lair is near. Focus the energy from the crystals to destroy his enchanted barrier. We can't delay. Dormammu's shield must be broken. We can absorb their attacks with the crystals and redirect the energy of the barrier. We'll need more crystals to destroy the barrier. Luckily, the mindless ones are bringing them right to us.
Claws are out!
breach the barrier. Nowhere left to hide now, Dormammu.
Accustomed to chaos, but this realm makes even my head spin.
You know, I'm suddenly kind of glad I didn't have those tacos after all. Because I'd probably be spewing them back into my mask about now.
Your journey ends here. The future holds only darkness for you and all of reality. You should have learned by now when sorcerer is truly supreme, Stephen.
I have, Dormammu, and he is about to extinguish your flame once and for all.
Save some for me, bub.
But I shall return, stronger than ever before.
What a dreadful debacle this devolved into. Oh, it still stands strong. It has merely been temporarily trumped by the megalithic magician and his flaming facade. Indeed, a fortuitous finding we could never have anticipated upon arriving in this dismal dimension. I am excited to examine it upon returning. Calm your concerns, comrade. This sapphire scientist has friends with formidable facilities all over our world, and on countless others.
You cannot destroy the darkness.
He's right, Ronan. Dormammu feeds off this dimension's endless arcane energies. He can't die in this place. But we most definitely can. And if Dormammu spills this black magic into our world, he would be unstoppable there, too. Of course, without the Reality Stone, he can't merge our dimensions together. And without the darkness to fuel him, he wouldn't last long. So, if I can open a portal back to our plane of existence, perhaps we can take the stone somewhere safe. Or at least somewhere safer than this.
We came here to escape the chaos of Earth. Our people were trapped at the heart of far too many conflicts over the centuries. Assailed from all sides by those who wish to harm or exploit us. Only by removing ourselves from their world would we ever truly hope to find peace. So, tell us, my dear sister. Why have you opened our doors to the same chaos we fought so hard to leave behind?
No matter how we may try to cut ourselves off from our home planet, my queen, we still have friends and allies who need our help. Who are we to ignore their plight?
We are Inhumans. As both humans and mutants alike have repeatedly reminded us. we stand alone. And unless your friends can convince the king otherwise, so do they.
Something bothering you, friend? Don't mind my sister. She can be a bit stubborn, but Medusa's heart is always in the right place. Once she understands what's at stake, she'll come around. It's the king you have to worry about. Let's just say Black Bolt gave Adelan's last uninvited guests a free tour of the moon, without oxygen masks. Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? Lucky for you, he's in a good mood today. I think. He's a bit hard to read since he doesn't talk. But you'll probably be fine.
For the sake of my sister, I will hear what you have come to say. But I guarantee no more. Now speak. We know of these stones, and the fact that you would bring them here puts all of Adelan in jeopardy. Such recklessness is typical of your kind. That time has long since passed. We have been hunted by humans for centuries. The scars from our war with the mutants are still fresh. The only allies we have left dwell within this city. The Inhumans hide from no one. Our removal from Earth was a strategic maneuver for the protection of our people. I cannot. Adelan may be among the stars now, but Earth will always be our home. I believe my king would agree. Our cousin Gorgon will escort you to the lab.
Find him.
Has all of Adelan gone mad?
Whip blast!
Hurry! We must deliver him to the infirmary at once. If we don't get Gorgon some help fast, he's not going to make it.
Thane! Gorgon has been gravely wounded. You must attend to him immediately.
I'll see what I can do, Your Majesty. There you go, big guy. This should stop the bleeding. Before you know it, you'll be back on your feet. Hooves.
Some sort of amber. Intriguing. I don't believe we've had the pleasure, young man. Huh? Oh.
Few have. Thane came to us from the Inhuman colony of Orlan, seeking sanctuary.
Sanctuary? From what, pray tell?
Not what, but rather who.
My father. Turns out he's a maniacal alien warlord bent on universal domination. And for some reason, he really wants me dead. His name is Thanos. If you are lucky, you've never heard of him.
Luck hasn't exactly been on our side today, my boy. But I have a feeling that may be about to change.
How can I help you? So I'm told. I've never actually met him, and I can't say I'm too upset about that fact, seeing that he tried to have me killed as soon as he found out about me. A bit of both. My mother was an inhuman from the lost city of Orlon. After the Black Order decimated our colony to get to me, I had no choice but to flee here. Only legends, and none of them end well. If my father wants them so badly, though, I've got to believe some of them are true. Let's hope so. Until then, I have a patient to tend to.
Where am I?
Somewhere safe. I'll try to rest and...
No. Nowhere in Matalan is safe. I remember now. He's lost his twisted mind. Again.
Oh, come now, cousin. Is that any way to talk about the new king of the Inhumans?
I'll use my amber to shield further damage. You focus on the Alpha Primitus.
I should have known you were behind this, Maximus. Only you would dare betray our people.
I am nothing if not You may have power, but you lack imagination. It is time that someone with true vision took the throne. Spectacular, huh?
I'll show you how it's done.
Curse you.
Is it clear now who wears the crown? The kingdom of Eidolon is in your debt. But Maximus was our problem to deal with, not yours. I suppose not. Yet we were less than hospitable upon your arrival. You owed us nothing. Truth told, we Inhumans never asked to be heroes. When we fight, it is for the safety of our people and nothing more.
What can I do for you? Maybe. But if the Black Order is out there searching for it, having me on your side might put you in even more danger. I can't take that chance. Well, when you put it that way... Right. No pressure.
This is Winter Soldier, broadcasting on the Avengers emergency frequency. Again. This is Winter Soldier, broadcasting on the Avengers emergency frequency. Again. If anyone is listening out there, my mission to infiltrate AIM was a success. At least until MODOK and his nerd squad somehow recovered a bona fide Infinity Stone. Wasn't about to wait around and find out what they plan to do with it. So I blew my cover and grabbed their rock. I'm approaching a secure location with a stone in hand, but it won't take long for those eggheads to figure out where I'm headed and try to take it back. So, if you can hear this, Avengers, lock on to these coordinates and swing on by. It'd be a shame to be stuck in paradise all alone.
These are the coordinates Bucky transmitted. So, where is he? Hey, got something on your mind?
Of course. But Bucky's one of the few heroes tough enough to wield Cap's shield. Other than me, that is. He can handle himself just fine, even when things go south. I've got a psychic rapport with birds, and lucky for us, this jungle is full of them. I'm hearing a lot of chatter coming from the pathway to Birnanzana, the Wakandan capital city. My feathered friends have never led me wrong before.
Did you take care of them? For a moment.
More trouble incoming. AIM's not messing around.
I am told that AIM only worships science. But if any of you believe in the goddess, now would be the time to start praying. My fury will rain down upon you.
Looks like AIM is turning up the heat. Watch your feathers, folks!
Unity!
Area secured, and we couldn't have done it without you, Aurora.
The storm is unleashed.
I know that smell. It's burning jet fuel.
Not one step further, fools, or you'll be crashing harder than the Winter Soldier. Oh well, it was sound advice, but if you won't listen, I can make you! And it will be the last thing you ever hear.
The noise came from over here.
Sounded like a gamma bomb went off. In these jungles, it could be anything.
You speak the truth. So it is best to beware. lest the hunters become the prey. No prey escapes the panther. The panther smiles upon us all.
I would gladly give my life for my king.
That will not be necessary. Not today.
That does not bode well. Not well at all. AIM has taken control of the palace's defenses. We must destroy the control modules. Once the control modules are destroyed, Wakanda's defenses will be restored, and AIM will be vanquished. With the statues under our control, we can show AIM what they were truly meant to do.
Did they really think they could turn a panther against you, T'Challa?
Go now before more reinforcements arrive. We will keep the invaders at bay.
Can't let you go any further, I'm afraid. MODOK still has plans for this one. And if he gets his prize, I get mine. Wakanda's throne. You won't stop me from getting my revenge. The Panther will pay.
If you want to claim Wakanda, Claw, then we shall give you all it has to offer.
He's giving us all he's got as well, and it's louder than the beaches of Normandy.
Level up. You may think you've won, but you haven't heard the last of me!
Was wondering when you'd show up. I've been better. MODOK used his mental powers to poke around inside my head. And trust me, it's not pretty in there. Back when the Russians brainwashed me into their personal assassin, they implanted code words in my memory to keep me under control. If MODOK found them, I won't be able to resist his commands. It gets worse. MODOK and his AIM goons got their hands on the Soul Stone after the crash. They've taken it into the palace with them. No, but whatever it is, I'm pretty sure we won't like it.
Ambush! AIM forces are closing in. If you're hoping to stop MODOK, you need to go now. I mean it. In there, I'm just a liability. A weapon AIM can use against you. Let me buy you the time to finish the mission I couldn't. Don't worry about me. I've taken down the Red Skull.
Two guys in beekeeper suits should be no problem. Now go!
We are approaching the throne room, my friends.
We must find MODOK and recover the stone before he can use it against my people.
We must protect the palace! Stand back, friends. The Dora Milaje have this situation under control.
There are forces at play here your feeble minds cannot begin to comprehend. Nothing is under your control. Not even the concentration of psionic energy that you call a soul. This stone, so much power! I must have them all! Fetch them for me, won't you, my dears? I have matters of great scientific importance that require my immediate attention.
And in turn, the palace shall protect you. The Dora Milaje would never attack their king. The Soul Stone has corrupted them.
Be careful not to harm them. They are not in control of their actions.
I hate fighting your own crew, T'Challa, but they gotta be stopped.
We had that coming.
Lightning
Fire
strike!
all systems to full power.
I think you trained your guards a little too well, T'Challa.
Forgive me, adored ones. MODOK has retreated into the necropolis. We must pursue him at once.
As long as that stone is in MODOK's hand, none in Wakanda are safe. It is our duty to stop him.
These corridors connect the royal palace to Wakanda's city of the dead.
So these ruins are full of dead monarchs?
Their bodies, perhaps. But their spirits now dwell on the Jaliyah, the spirit plane. They live on beyond the veil, guiding me when I need them most. The necropolis is where Wakanda's former kings rest in eternal glory. Tread carefully, unless you wish to join their ranks.
Stick to science, gentlemen. Fighting isn't your strong suit.
Those who choose to dress like that may not have a strong suit at all.
The necropolis holds more than just the remains of my ancestors. It is home to Wakanda's greatest treasure, knowledge.
MODOK is still using Panther's bodyguards against us. We need to take them out.
Thought I'd never meet a lady more intimidating than you, Nat. But Wakanda's got dozens.
I suspect MODOK will be just beyond this corridor.
Centuries of knowledge are etched into these walls. Ancient Wakandans called it magic. But there is no such thing. There is only science. It bends to my will. Now, so shall you. And then, the world! meet them.
This knowledge was not meant to be perverted by ill-intentioned youth. You already have, MODOK, but you did succeed in one thing. You stirred the ancient warriors that reside here in this city of the dead. The necropolis is now their home, just as Wakanda is mine. And we shall protect our homes at any cost.
What in the name of science?
No, not science, MODOK. Something far greater. Far greater.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Yes, of course. No man is fit to wield such power unchecked. Not even a king. Each of these stones is capable of shattering worlds on their own. Just imagine what they could do together.
Yes. Just imagine.
Nice work. That's another victory for our team. T'Challa says we can store them here in the necropolis until we find a more permanent solution. I've been wondering the same thing myself. It has its strategic advantages, but could also spell disaster if their location is discovered. I'm not so certain. Until the stones are secure, the fewer people who know their status, the better. I knew I could count on you.
So much potential. Yes, of course. But I'm beginning to understand why my father has sought to control the Infinity Stones. Their power. For now, yes. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't taking a bit of a toll. It's almost like the stones are speaking to me directly, telling me to set them free. Yes. At least until we find an option to secure them for good. I agree.
So, what do we do with the Infinity Stones now?
We must take action to ensure that they do not fall into the wrong hands. There is only one hand on which they belong.
The hand of Thanos.
Wow, these losers just don't quit, do they?
And thankfully, neither do you. If not for your efforts, we would have been forced to gather each of the stones ourselves. I will make certain that our master celebrates what you've done here. In your eulogies. We have come only to take the stones, but if you resist, we will take your lives as well.
Don't listen to him. We still have a chance. His voice, so strange but so familiar.
I can read your every move before you make it.
There, that chamber. We should be safe inside. This door will not hold them for long.
Then we stand and fight. Until the end.
What is this place?
Thanks to Wakanda's ancient priests. The walls of the necropolis not only detail ancient history, they also give us a glimpse of the future.
If it's literally set in stone, then how can we change it?
As long as there's hope, there's always a chance, son.
Ah, but he's not your son, now is he? No. No matter how he tries to hide it, this one has a familiar aroma about him. The sweet smell of death. I have heard whispers of you, Thane, my master's lost progeny. How proud he will be to have you by his side.
He's already chosen which side he stands on.
Then let him fall on it as well.
Like I said, until the end.
Wait! You came here for the stones, not for their lives.
Thane, what are you?
Take the stones. And if you must take a life, take mine. Just spare theirs.
Thanos shows no mercy to those who oppose his will.
Thanos is not here.
Huh?
His son is. And we accept his offer.
Treacherous fool! This shall not stand!
Perhaps the child is right. The stones are the true prize. With such power at our command, these heroes are nothing more than fleas. Death by our hands is not an honor they have earned. They deserve something much worse.
Okay, we are definitely dead this time.
Nay. I know this foul place well, noble Vernon. The Black Order hath banished us to the Asgardian realm of lost souls. Welcome to hell, mortals.
Sadly, there is no easy escape from this realm. Protective magic prevents me from opening a portal.
Don't happen to know anyone up in that fancy castle who can help us, do you?
The Queen of Hell has many powers granted. Helping others is not one of them. These lost souls have learned to withstand great punishment in their time.
Good! Now I won't feel so bad when I send them plummeting to their doom.
What manner of demon is this?
No demon at all, my prince. Just a humble servant of Asgard, who knows full well that the living do not belong in this wretched place.
wandered a trifle off thy path now, eh? 'Tis my sworn duty to ferry Asgard's most honorable souls to the eternal paradise that awaits in Valhalla. But that final journey is not yet one thou art prepared to take, I fathom. If only I could. 'Twas my intent, of course, but the conduit between realms I travel has been obscured by dark magics. Now only the Queen of the Dead herself can usher us back to the mortal. Queen Hela collects souls like trophies. She will never relinquish ones as noble as yours without one hell of a fight. Fine. But should we fail, my blade is eager to cleave some souls in twain. And on the bright side, should we perish this day, at least we have not far to go.
The gates of Castle Hela have opened themselves to us.
Then into the jaws of the dragon we go.
I do not take kindly to uninvited guests in my realm.
We were exiled here beyond our control, Lady Hela.
I came to ferry these warriors back to Asgard, but the path has since been closed to me.
Ah, yes. Well, I fear Asgard has its own visitors to deal with at the moment.
What wicked scheme have you hatched this time, Queen of the Dead?
I have merely done what I always have. Lord Thor. Whatever I must to ensure that my realm is forever filled with fresh souls, including yours. Now, I must attend to more important matters. But I've invited a trusted ally from Muspelheim to make sure you feel right at home.
Whatever magic Hela used to block our escape, it has vanished along with her. I am once again free to summon the Bifrost. And thus to move this battle to more familiar ground.
The only ones who have crossed the Veil. Sorcerer is besieging the Bifrost.
Send your worthless souls straight back to hell. Such worthless things you mortals are. Not even the All-Father could stop me. I'm the burn Asgard to the ground. I've waited eons to cleave this cursed bridge in two. None shall steal that glory from me.
Glory is reserved for the gods, Santa! And you are not fit to walk amongst them.
Curse you, Odin's son! I shall return!
Aye, my foes always do. But as long as Asgard still stands, the mighty Thor and his allies shall defend it till their dying breaths.
That villainous vixen Hela is still at large. We must seek counsel with the Allfather.
Now, onward to Asgard, before Hela can...
Heads up, soldiers! Artillery coming in hot from above!
Quickly, my friends! We must find Lord Odin at once!
There's a new king in town, Blondie, and we have direct orders to make you kneel.
It cannot be. Has Asgard traveled up?
Not yet. And as long as the city still stands, we'll stand with it.
Sweet freedom is yours, my friends. Regain your strength and prepare yourselves for the battle to come.
I don't suppose this is a rescue mission. But if you let me out, I promise I shall behave. This time.
I knew you would come around.
Perhaps since I'm the only one who really knows what's going on here. Because I planned it all. Well, most of them, actually. But this one was special. See, I found a way for you to defeat Thanos and his minions. The crystals. I first witnessed their might in the hands of the Kingpin. And, as you likely recall, I sought my own in the Dark Dimension. Knowing you'd need many more for the battle to come, I drafted Hydra to gather them. To be fair, I double-crossed them first. Despite appearances, I really am on your side. Just give me the chance to prove it. I've not been a very good brother, Thor. Let me change that. Now do you believe me? You need more than that. You need the power of the crystals if you hope to tip the scales in your favor. Ah, yes. Well, that would be the next problem. It's in the throne room. With the King of Asgard. I fear not, which is why I fear for us all. Mayhaps we should consider an alternative path after all. I know a dark elf in Svartalfheim who... Oh, the price I pay to be a hero.
Ah, you have arrived at last. But it is as they always say, is it not? You can't go home again.
Usurper! Thou shalt not sully my father's throne!
The All-Father was not here to protect his realm in its time of need, nor was his favorite son.
While you and your allies chased your infinity stones across worlds, Hydra was gathering another valuable source of power left behind in their wake. These crystals alone may not control all of reality. But with enough of them in my possession, perhaps I shall.
Uphold your end of the bargain, Skull. The Queen of Hell does not tolerate failure. Lay down your lives for your mortals, and I promise you an eternity at my side.
Nine. All that power within my grasp.
I should have known better than to align myself with mortals. Yet perhaps a soul as dark as yours would be better suited. In a body designed for total annihilation.
That can crush this worthless hunk of tin.
You know as well as I, brother, that Odin built the Destroyer to withstand any foe.
Any foe but one.
Or do you think your father a complete fool? Certainly one of my sons does.
Well, Father, I can explain.
The uprising in Jotunheim, you insisted I quell, was not but a trap laid by treacherous frost giants, all of whom now lay slaughtered by my hand. After all I have done for you, Loki, I should cast you to the bottom of the Gununga Gap for this affront.
Loki will earn his just reward in due time, Allfather.
For now, there are more dire matters to which we must attend.
Aye. The first of which is cleansing the stench of death from this place.
Odin, I beg of you. I was merely a pawn in the scheme, no more than a puppet.
As I recall, whenever there are puppets at play, it has always been Hela who pulls the strings. Stray from your realm again, Queen of the Dead, and your thread will be cut permanently.
As you wish, my lord.
The stones you seek are long gone from Midgard, yet their power is so strong. I can still feel them across the vastness of space. They have been taken by your foes to a way station on the outskirts of the universe. A place once teeming with life, now being swallowed whole by the shadow of death. And the tyrant who would deliver it to us all. Any fading hope that our worlds have left to survive the coming darkness lies in your hands alone. I must rest and replenish the Odin force if I am to undo the damage Hela has done here in Asgard. I am aware of the severity of these circumstances, mortal, and though the Lord of Asgard cannot accompany you on your quest, he can offer you a different kind of aid. Some of these rare crystals that Hela's allies amassed were generated by the Bifrost itself, imbued with the cosmic power that courses through this realm. They can enhance your individual powers to their fullest potential as
Are you here to chastise me as well? My brother always did have better taste in allies. But to be fair, I did help you defeat them and return the throne to its rightful owner. Plus, all of the crystals they gathered are ours to control, exactly as promised. I promise, I have learned the true value of honor this day and will serve you well. At least until it suits me not.
I fear the time for idle chatter has passed. I, merely weakened from my recent travails, defeating an army of frost giants single-handedly is a tall order, even for a king. The power of the Odin force is endless, but it does require time to restore. Should I expend much more, I may have to enter the Odin sleep. Alas, your journey is far from over.
You may rest only when the Infinity Stones have been recovered. Even the gods fall, my child. But true heroes always find a way to rise again.
It is about time you're getting here. Come. There is universe to be saved, huh?
With a few words, I could twist your fragile minds to obey my every whim. But why stop there, when I could have your souls instead? You could not defeat us before we possessed the stones. You stand no chance now. You take the blasted stone. I have little use for such baubles. Not when I have a far greater prize within my grasp.
That's one stone in hand. So, come right back to where I started. Keep your eyes peeled for Thane. The Black Order may be holding him prisoner, or worse.
Locked away in a cage like a trophy. That is no way to live. Do not worry, dear creature. Once I put them out of their misery, I promise you shall follow. You truly believe you can win this, don't you?
Supergiant was already a formidable teleport without the Mind Stone. I'll try to shield us from her mental attacks.
Caution. This stone is capable of reprogramming minds, but can also break them to pieces just as easily.
A small victory. But it does not take a mind reader to know that you are too weak to finish the job.
No way we can stop at only 2 stones. We've got to collect them all.
you think this gallery has a concession stand? Or maybe a bathroom? Seriously, we've been fighting for hours without eating or taking a potty break. I can't be the only one who's gotta go, right?
And unleash every ounce of power you can muster. I guarantee it shall not be enough. You call that power?
Hulk didn't get to smash Ugly Giant last time. Hulk won't waste another chance.
Toss her out! If I fall this day, I shall take you all with me!
Detonation imminent.
My protective spell shielded us from the blast, and protected the Power Stone as well.
Everyone stay close to the station's surface. Nowhere's artificial...
They say the only thing colder than the depths of space is the icy grip of death itself. I will make certain you experience both this day. I'll twist you to my whims and then rip you to shreds.
He's on his own this time. We need to finish him before his partner has a chance to rescue him again.
All systems to full power. Power's gone.
I welcome the Void's dark embrace, and eagerly await the billions of souls that Thanos will send to join me!
We're more than halfway there, team. Just 2 more stones to go.
You have proven more powerful than we anticipated. But as long as one of the Black Order still stands... all who oppose our master shall fall. I showed you mercy once. Never again.
Of course she seems mad at her last night. We just sent her husband spiraling off into the abyss.
You may
Combined efforts are most impressive. But you forget, I have powerful allies of my own. And when the Black Order unites, death always prevails.
No one dies here today. They may be merciless killers, but thankfully the Black Order saw a value in me that my father never did. And I see value in them as well. Just imagine what we could all do together. An alliance. Powerful enough to bring even Thanos himself to his knees. And to bring a new order to the universe.
My master's lost.
Which side he stands on is how it all ends. As long as there's hope.
Thanos is not here.
Then how can we change his son?
He's already chosen which side he stands on.
You're right, Captain. I'm sorry. I'm not Thanos.
And you never will be. There is only one. From this day forth, he reigns supreme!
Where did Thanos send us to?
It doesn't matter. If he has the stones, we may not be here much longer.
come a long way just to die.
Then I guess it's a good thing we have different plans.
There is no escaping destiny. Your fate is written in the stars.
If it is. Then it's time for us to be the stars we were always meant to be.
Yes, show me all the power you possess. I shall do the same.
So much energy all around. So hard to focus. No choice. Must keep fighting.
No matter how pure our souls may be, this stone can still twist them into darkness.
Delay the inevitable. The end has come. Death, embrace me. This is not how it ends.
For once, you are correct, Father. You may have dreamed of oblivion, but madness clouded your vision. Thankfully, I can see what you couldn't. This universe deserves so much more. Something only I can give it.
You've got it all wrong, son.
Ah, but you were right all along, my friends. I am not my father. I am something far better!
What have you done, boy?
What you never could, Father! I won!
You don't have to do this thing!
It's over! Thanos is defeated!
So how about you take off that crazy armor and we can talk this through?
No more talking.
You got it.
But if you expect us to believe you're tougher than Thanos because you put on some old suit...
You don't need to believe. I'll show you.
Where are we? I've never seen anything like this.
The center of the universe. The birthplace of the stones. The heart of infinity.
How fitting, then, that the place where all things began
is where your pathetic existence will finally come to an end. This universe will be mine alone to destroy, child. Even if I must save it from you first!
So much more than a lone gauntlet. Some pride you power.
I will end you. Even if it means allying with these so-called heroes to do so.
The energies in this place are unlike any I have ever encountered. He's tapped into the well of creation.
Pretty spectacular, huh?
So this is what it feels like to be omnipotent!
Do you really think you are in control, child? The stones are using you!
Allow me to calm your restless soul permanently.
If I had a soul left after all these years, this stone might scare me a bit more.
It's almost too much to handle.
Your mind and body are far too weak to contain such infinite power.
I can barely absorb and rechannel this power fast enough. Even if his armor doesn't overload it, to sustain himself might.
Don't touch. I'm sorry.
Arthur out!
What have you done to me?
You did this to yourself, boy. The second that you believed you could surpass me, your fate was sealed.
But the armor!
That armor is a curse. Far too powerful for any mortal being to contain. There's a reason I chose to wear only one of its gloves.
You knew.
Of course. And more importantly, I knew better.
We have to do something.
There is nothing that can be done.
He's just a boy.
A boy who tried to be a god and failed. But perhaps we are not that different after all.
What are you doing now, tyrant?
What I should have done long ago.
Help me, please, Father.
I am taking away our pain.
So, I guess we won?
Only for now. If I know anything about Thanos, it's that he always finds a way to return. Even from the grave.
When he does, we will be ready.
Hands off, Ugly. You're under arrest by authority of the Nova Corps. You and your Black Order buddies are gonna spend the rest of your lives in the kiln for what you've done. And it looks like your boss won't be around to break you out this time.
Thanos and Thane may be out of play, but the stones are not.
And as long as they're still together, the threat they pose is too great.
Then we split them up. We hide them on opposite ends of the universe. Or even beyond it, if we can. And we don't ever tell each other where they are. And sure, some cosmic jerk will eventually find a way to reunite them. But we'll be making it a whole lot harder. And maybe, just maybe, it'll buy us enough time to figure out how to stop these crazy things for good. And if not, well, we can always do this whole team-up thing again, right?